Hey everyone. So, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't planning to do in order to do a chapter review today. I was mostly gonna do one like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like I normally do. But after reading this chapter, I had to talk about it because oh my god, this chapter is just so on point given that it's Boxing Day today. Like everything about this chapter gave me Vietnam flashbacks to basically to those days when I was young, impressionable, and I would go out on Boxing Day and basically do shopping. But obviously since then I've matured. I've learned that Boxing Day can be shopping hell. And frankly, sometimes Christmas shopping can be that way too. But especially Boxing Day, like that's pretty much the vibe that this whole chapter gave me. Is it gave me Nam flashbacks to basically those days where me or my family we go shopping on Boxing Day, and oh my god, this chapter just spoke to all of that experience in one package. The funny thing is, it wasn't even like a, it's one of those chapters that's not even like that's and like but this time like it's more condensed, I guess you could say, in the sense where the focus of the chapter is basically on Shin and Taro, basically trying to pretty much go shopping for a specialized backpack that basically Hana wants for basically her new year at school. And yeah, like I said, like the everything about this chapter, from basically Taro and Shin basically rushing through the crowds, from fighting off every customer just to get the backpack. It was, again, it all spoke to me. I think everyone who's listening to this review can kind of relate to that experience of, like, yeah, we've every parent or just everyone, or just every parent, whoever, whether you're a parent or not, you can all kind of relate to that experience of just like shuffling through the crowds, trying to grab onto that thing you want, but it's like you're trying to grab that thing you want, but everyone wants the same thing. Like it's that shopping rush. It's like in some ways it gives you a bit of adrenaline, but it's also like fuck this shit sometimes. Like again, that's exactly the entire vibe for me. And yeah, like I can't say anymore. Like this chapter was just, except obviously with Sakamoto days, it's pumped out at the extreme of like it's just as deadly. It's presented in a way where it's just as deadly as of anything Taro has experienced as an assassin. Like yeah, I like but hey, again, like man's experience. He's experienced what, like, he's experienced killing after killing, assassination after assassination, and yeah, somehow shopping for just a backpack is still just as deadly for the man. I kind of love it. Um, Now, and but of course that's not all there is to this, which is to say that we pretty much do get we do get a nice little bit of character building and whatnot in this chapter, which is like it does. There is a question while reading this chapter of like, why is Taro so committed in order to getting this backpack? Why is he so committed to just this one thing that obviously his daughter will probably hate him for if he doesn't get, but she will move on from it. And that's of course when we get into the backstory of like, yeah, when Hana was born, Taro did Taro, like a first time father, generally pretty much had fallen had fallen had fallen had just the moment he laid eyes on his daughter, that fatherly love kicked in. He basically vowed as a father to kind of, in order to do anything in order to make sure his daughter would basically live a happy life. He loved his daughter from the moment she was born. And again, it's kind of the thing and experience that a lot of first time fathers have. Like, yeah, we look at this pile of joy in our hands, and we're like, I will protect this. I will protect this little bundle of joy. I will make sure I give her the world, kind of thing. And again, that's very much kind of, that's something for any father can relate to, but it is something that for Taro, like, I think for him especially, someone who did live his life as an assassin, he especially believes in the idea of protecting his daughter at any cost, for sure. Um, and but and although I like how it is still taken to a bit of a comedic extreme as well, and a little bit of a comedic extreme in this chapter, which is when Shin's constant. I don't know if Shin in this chapter was like intentionally poking the bear or some shit, or if it was just all an accident. I'm assuming it's the latter. But when Shin was bringing up the idea of what Hana would be like as in high school and her dating life, and and just Sakamoto basically bringing out the gun, like, you can tell what he's thinking. He's like, anyone harms my daughter, I will kill them. I will fucking break my I will pretty much break my one no kill rule just in order to protect my daughter. Like, I like, again, it's a standard trope you see in a lot of sitcoms, comedies about the overprotective father kind of thing. But here it's like, again, because of the assassination element, it's just pumped up to that little extreme that makes it say, okay, Taro, maybe just kind of chill a little bit, dude. You don't want to actually kill a kid, and it's and it's a punch. It's a running gag in this chapter that kept going on and on and on. It's like, it should have gone boring after a while, but the way it kept building up was just as good. Even to the punchline at the end, when you see Hana with her backpack and you see the kid kind of come up through with a flower, like, nice backpack, and then it cuts to Taro with the gun, pumping his gun, and Aoi saying, "Please, no, stop! They're just kids." Like, yeah, it's a running joke, but it really just kind of, it really just, again, the extremes, the extreme parts of this series just really elevate the jokes a bit more in that regard for me. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, or follow me on Blue Sky, Analyst Crunchyroll, subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight Only, signing off. Later, everyone.